Colorado High School Activities Association football is on B106 and B106.com. And we have already had the kickoff here. Fort Morgan did kick off to Centaurus. Centaurus ran it back out to about the 27-yard line. So it will be 1st and 10 Centaurus. As we get this Northern Conference underway. Shotgun formation. It's going to be a handoff around the right side, and nothing there on the sweep around the end. And it looks like Grayson Garber, Dawson Frick, Trey McBride in there on the tackle.
Silver, the runner for him. One of their studs.
So 2nd and 10. I didn't catch who that was.
Silver, number 10.
Okay. So 2nd and 10 from the 27. Shotgun formation, going to be a pass out into the left. And it's going to be caught out to the 40, up across the 45. And finally brought down at midfield. A little slant from the left side.
And they threw it to Silver.
So quick pass out to the left. So 1st and 10 from mid-front. Well, they're going to mark it back at the 49-yard line of Centaurus. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Shotgun formation for a body. Drops back. It's going to be lobbed down that left side and over the head of the intended receiver. That is Andres Mendoza. That falls incomplete. Will bring up a 2nd and 10 Warriors.
So they're definitely going to air it out, and that's probably going to wear out the defensive line trying to break through, but hopefully it wears out the offensive line as well.
So shotgun formation, receiver split wide right. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle, and nothing there. He's going to get maybe 1 out to the, they're even going to get him short of the 50. Let's see where they put it. Still just short of the 50, so it's still 3rd and I'm going to call it 3rd and 9.
It will give 1 yard to Lasasso. Their number 2 back.
So shotgun formation once again. Snap back, looks out here to the left, and that is behind his receiver, Dylan Serling. So that will bring up a 4th down and 9 from their 49-yard line.
Going to bring up 4th down.
So now we see whether Tate can continue his punt returning glory. He's 17th in the state overall of all punt returners from the CHASA stats page.
Waits back out about the 15-yard line, awaiting the punt. Good snap back and good low line drive punt as it hits about the 25, and it's going to roll dead right at the 15-yard line on the far side. So 10-14 left here in the first period. Fort Morgan will have their first shot on the offense.
Maybe the Centaurus special teams coach got a look at that stats too and said, we don't want to kick to number 20. Let's let them score from scrimmage rather than beating us on special teams.
So 1st and 10, we'll see what Fort Morgan comes out with tonight. As we've noted all year, they always come out with something different, but maybe they're this deep in their territory. We'll see. They're just coming out with an I formation. Marquez split left. It's going to be a handoff on the right side to Kimball, and he breaks it across the 20, just short of the 1st down marker.
Just short of the 25.
So that will bring up a 2nd and 1 from the 24. So he found running room on that right side.
It's nice to see Tate getting off to a quick start. Hokenottle in the backfield with him. I hope Breidenbach's doing well. I haven't seen him on the sidelines yet.
So Marquez split left, McBride to the right. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to
Hokenottle.
That's the guy I'm looking for. And he does get the 1st down, gets almost 6 yards out to the 30. So 1st and 10 Fort Morgan.
John, a good strong runner.
So Marquez is going to go split left, McBride to the right.
Well, that kid that McBride's being covered by is about 5'6".
Yeah.
I've
We'll
seen this match.
See if they take advantage of that. It's going to be a handoff to Kimball over the left side, cuts it back up the middle, and he's going to get out to the 38-yard line. So a gain of 8.
Pulled down just short of the 40.
So we'll bring up a 2nd and 2 from the 38 for Fort Morgan. So Fort Morgan picking up where they left off last week with that strong run game in the second half.
Yep.
Just this time they're doing it with 2 guys in the backfield instead of 3. So.
And you know it's just going to set things up. I mean, they're playing press coverage on Trey McBride.
So handoff to Kimball on that right side. He gets across the 45, the 50, down the far sideline to the 45, the 40. And down into Warrior territory, down to almost the 34-yard line.
Maybe this time we're going to go with what got us here first quarter, and then second quarter we'll try some of the new different things.
So 1st and 10 from the 34. High backfield behind Knapp. Waits, going to be handoff to Hooknall right up the middle. That's going to be a gain of like 5. They're going to mark it down to the 29. See where they finally put it.
Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
So 2nd and 5.
Fontes on the tackle.
From the 29 as Fort Morgan is controlling the line of scrimmage right now.
Absolutely. That's just power running, and maybe they felt like against tough Meade defense that they weren't able to do that, and that's why they tried a few different things first. But
handoff to Kimball over that left side, cuts it back up, and he is going to be met at that line of scrimmage and driven back. So actually he's going to lose back to the 30. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs.
A rare loss of yardage for Tate. He's usually, even after contact, making a few yards. But that time, number 44, I see who that is. That's Mac Post, a junior, a linebacker, came up and met him in the hole and won that battle.
So Marquez left, McBride wide right. I formation behind Knapp. They're showing everybody coming. It's going to be Taylor on that right side, the 25. He's going to get first down territory, I believe.
Campbell on the right side.
As he will be down inside the 25 to about the 24.
25 to about the 24.
So we're going to see where they're going to mark it just short. They're going to put it on the 25, so it's going to bring up 4th and 1.
I imagine the Mustangs will go on that.
I would think so. So Hochmodel and Kimball behind Knapp. It's going to be handoff to Kimball. He hit in the backfield and bounces off, and he will get first down territory down inside the 20, but he is hit in the backfield. I believe that was by number 62, Adrian Morano, a 6 foot, 255-pound lineman. He does give up the first down to the 17-yard line.
So I'm guessing the moral there is you've got to wrap up. You can't just big hit on Tate because he's going to bounce off. The coaches from Centaurus next door screaming, wrap up, and they didn't.
So same formation for the Mustangs. It's going to be a handoff over the right side. It's open on that right side for Kimball. Loses his balance. And then it's finally pulled down at the 10-yard line. See if that's where they mark it. About the 11, so it'll be a gain of 6.
2nd down and 4.
And I think we're just going to see a large dose of Tate Kimball. I did see Austin Bredenbach on the sideline, so he's at least suited up.
Knapp under center once again. Down to 6:05 to go here in the first quarter, handoff to Hochnaudel, and not much there. He will get it down just inside the 10. So to bring up 3rd down and about 3.
DeBovier on the tackle. 3rd down and 2.
From the 9.
And here you're getting a little close, but as short as that DB is, you could just throw up a jump ball and Tate or Trey is going to be able to bring that down.
McBride wide right, Marquez left. It's going to be a pitch back to Kimball around this left side, and he is going to be dropped for a loss, but we have a flag thrown in the backfield where the blocking was. I don't know, maybe could have been holding, maybe face mask. We'll see what they come up with. It's going to be from about the 12-yard line. Looks like it's against Fort Morgan, probably holding. So that would either bring up third down again or make him go for it on fourth.
Yeah, I'm not so sure whether you don't want to just make them go 4th and 4.
Looks like they're going to mark it back.
But I guess take your chances, stop them twice from, an average of 9 yards or whatever.
Hold on the Mustangs.
So back to the 22.
Third down and 14.
So third down and 15 from the 22. Pass over to the right side to McBride. Kind of a screen pass out there. Still fighting out there. They haven't blown the whistle yet. It's like a scrum going. They still haven't blown the whistle yet. I don't know what. And they finally do get it down inside the 10 to about the 8.
Wow. And a rugby game broke out. But, in today's rules, the offensive lineman can push the pile. And, as a defensive guy, if you're there, you need to just drop down to your knees and wrap up his legs so the pile falls over the top of you. You can't sit there and try and push the Fort Morgan Mustangs back. So they get down to the 8.
4th and 2 from the 8. As Marquez comes out, we'll see if they put in a tight end or an extra lineman. Actually, they brought in, who is that, 34? Angelo Abrego in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Kimball over that right side. He gets it inside the 5, and he will take it in for the touchdown. Kimball takes it in from 8 yards out to put the Mustangs up 6-0 with 4:16 to go here in the first period of play with the PAT coming up.
Yeah, and that's just the kind of drive that you want to start off with. Centaurus is going to come in here, a new team they haven't played, and think how can we, keep that momentum going and maybe sneak up on them, and we just march down the field on them, and after a good defensive stop.
Just over 6 minutes on that drive. Kick is going to be up, and it looks good, and it is good. So that puts the Mustangs up 7-0 over Centaurus here on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan, where the Fort Morgan Mustangs have just gone up on the Centaurus Warriors on an 8-yard run by Tate Kimball. PAT was good by John Hochnaudel.
Here we'll see if the defense can stop that passing game. On that first pass, he was dead on, but the last 2 passes, he really didn't have a chance.
Well, get their guys out there. They don't have enough out there on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 11 out. Their man is back at about the 5-yard line, Ben Pasados. And McBride will put his foot into it, and that will drive it into the end zone. So it looks like Trey has been working on his kickoffs a little bit.
All right.
So that will bring up
Warriors will have it there, first down and 10.
The Warriors' second possession with 4:16 left here, first period. As Fort Morgan took 12 plays
Remember,
on that last drive.
at Mustang Avenue, they're selling raffle tickets for
First and 10 from the 20 for Centaurus.
Go down to Mustang Avenue.
Rush up early 7-0 against Platte Valley. No score, or against Valley. No score, Platte Valley at Sterling.
So shotgun formation for the Warriors as Ibadi scans the defense and waits for the snap. Puts the man in motion. He's going to throw out to him, out to that flat out there, and he catches it, and he's going to get some positive yardage. Looks like it'll be about maybe 5 yards.
Quick screen to Los Altos.
So did he get that thrown forward, or was that kind of more of a lateral?
It looked like a lateral.
That's what I thought. We're going to give him a run on that. So who ran that one? It was like 22 maybe?
Yeah. Yes, it was 22. So I'll bring up a 2nd and 5 from the 25. Shotgun formation, rolls out to his right. It's going to be a straight rollout, and he cuts it back up the middle, and he is free as finally gets brought down at the 40-yard line.
That was a snap to number 10. So they kind of fooled us and ran with a running back in this.
Put Silver in there at on the Wildcat.
Got all the way out to the 40.
So 1st and 10 from the 40. As they got Ibaldi back in there, pass out into the flat on the left side, and that is a completion.
To 21. Does that look like, or 20?
Number 20.
20, Serlin.
So that will bring up a 2nd and 3 from the 47. Snap back, looks down the field. It's going to be lobbed down the field, and it's going to be caught on that far sideline and finally knocked out of bounds in Fort Morgan territory. A nice lob pass downfield.
Number 20 again.
Number 20 again. So that will bring up a 1st and 10 as Centaurus goes with a no huddle. So 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. 3 receivers right, going to put a man in motion left to right. Snap back to Ibaldi. It's going to be thrown out here into the flat. Slips it and missed another tackle, and he is going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. And that is Andres Mendoza.
J.P. Hamer just whiffed on that tackle. He had a chance to catch him in the backfield.
So Mendoza takes it in from 21 yards out for the touchdown. As they will now try the PAT and tie this up with 2:47 left here in the first period. Snap and the placement. We have a flag on the snap. So we'll see what it's thrown in the backfield, I thought, or in the defensive backfield.
All right, so maybe they lined up on the center, not allowed to harass the snapper in high school.
So we'll see what they're going to wave it off. So was it good?
I think it was. Yep.
Okay.
So we're all tied up.
Yep. So 2:47 left here. It's all tied up here on B106 at 7-7. We'll be back in 1 minute. I don't know why I said that. Brian Nickel and Kevin Rohde here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan. Tristan Reyes back at the radio station for us tonight. As we are all knotted up here at 7 with 2:47 to go here in the first period.
And that gets a little bit of liveliness into the Centaurus team. It was just a poor job of tackling at the point of attack, and then another defender had fallen down, and really he was able to score uncontested. And they seemed to just cut through the Fort Morgan secondary like a hot knife through butter on that drive.
Yeah. So we'll see what they come up with here on the next time the Mustangs are on defense. If they will, I'm sure they will do a little adjusting for sure. Yes.
I think Centaurus has figured out that you have to throw fast against the Mustangs, because if you have a slow developing play, your quarterback's going to feel the pain.
Approaches and kickoff lands at about the 15. Going to be picked up by Hamer as he gets it out to the 35-yard line. I believe that's who it was.
Yeah, I think he ran into his own man. If he could have found a way to get it through that pile, he might have broke it. That was a really nice return.
Mustangs will have it there, 1st down and 10.
So 1st and 10.
36, huh?
From their own 36. So we'll see if Fort Morgan just comes out like they did before. I formation, Marquez left, McBride right. Going to be a handoff to Kimball over that right side. Gets it across the 40, and he will get it out
Over the right side.
far enough for the first down. As he gets it out to the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10, Fort Morgan
Mendoza on the tackle.
from the 47.
Kind of an off tackle, a little bit of a crossbuck type play there.
So I formation once again, Knapp under center. Going to be a handoff to Kimball again. Stutter steps and busts it outside, gets it across the 50, but we have a flag sitting about the 48-yard line. That's going to be holding on Fort Morgan. So that will bring that play back.
It looks like we'll be from that spot, so maybe first and 19.
Yep.
Yep.
Mustang hold.
So first and 19 for the Mustangs as they were caught holding on that play, so that will bring up a first and 19 from the 37.
First adversity on the offense, really. I guess they had the holding down there near the end zone.
So Knapp with the play action fake looks over the middle, and it's going to be to McBride at the 50. Oh, he is down. It was a catch, but he was tackled. He's mad at himself for getting brought down. He was brought down by Alex Gallegos. But
Right,
nice.
So nice gain of 13 and makes it a reasonable second and 6.
Yep, from the 49-yard line.
So how could this possibly be? He's thrown 2 passes to number 13, and they're both for 13 yards.
Handoff to Kimball. He busts it outside. And he will get positive yardage down inside the 45.
Inside the 45 to about the 44.
See if they mark it out about the 44-yard line.
So manageable 3rd and 1. Probably in their territory would even go for 2 down territory if it's short like this.
So Dylan McBride back into the game. Marquez comes out. McBride's going to go wide right as they set up in their flex formation. First time I've seen that tonight. And it's going to be a handoff to Kimball around that right side. He cuts cut down across the 40. So Kimball sets up as that left halfback and cuts and goes in motion left to right, and then he hands it off to him going around the right side.
And lines up in the
There's
wing.
Bryden back there. He was in on that play.
Yeah, they're maybe trying to save his ankle a little bit. What are they down to, the 37?
Yep, first and 10 from the 37.
On that carry. Lots of positive yardage for Kimball.
So I formation is going to be a play action. Marquez out here to the left, wide open at the 25, the 20, and he is going to go down and out of bounds at about the 15, but Marquez wide open. When he made his cut, the ball was there. So nice timing route there for Marquez and Dalen Knapp as they get it down to the 15. So first and 10 Fort Morgan with 28 seconds left here in the first period, all tied up at 7. I formation once again for the Mustangs. McBride split wide right. It's going to be handoff to Hoeknadel right up the middle.
Yeah, they're daring us to run up the middle. In that formation, they were way spread out and had all their guys on the backs or on the sides there.
So 2nd and 5 from the 10, and that will bring this. There's about 8 seconds left here in this first period of play. So that will be the last play of this first period as the Mustangs and Warriors are tied up at 7 here on B106 and B106.com. Start of the second period here at Legion Field between the Mustangs and the Centaurus Warriors. Fort Morgan with their 7th play of this drive coming up as they started this at their own 36. And they are at 2nd and 5 from the 10. McBride split wide right. Marquez to the left. I formation. It's going to be to Kimball over the left side. He cuts it back up the middle. And he will get it down to
just short of the 5.
about the 5-yard line. So they're going to give him the first down. So that will bring up first and goal from the 5-yard line for the Mustangs as Tate Kimball found a little opening there for 5 yards. McBride right. Marquez left. I formation. Hoeknadel and Kimball. Kimball once again over that right side. Cuts it up inside, and he will take it into the end zone for the touchdown with 11:28 to go. That puts the Mustangs up now 13-7 on Kimball's second touchdown of the night. This time from 5 yards out.
As Coach talked in the pregame, we need to figure out that kicking game. He joked about having John Beltran come and suit up, but we're going to have to get that figured out because in a close game, if this turns out to be a close game, we're going to have to get those. But So far, 2 for 2.
So that is up and good. They say it was tipped, it was run into, but the PAT was good. So that puts the Mustangs up 14-7 with 11:28 here. And we will keep it right here.
So a good answer to a quick score by Centaurus, and let's see if the defense can get fired up and shut them down like they did the first drive.
Some of our sponsors, Northeastern, live in our world, learn in yours. For more information about Northeastern or classes available to you, go to www.njc.edu. Central Auto Parts. You need your vehicle and farm equipment to be in top shape, so make sure you take care of them by purchasing the best quality parts at a great price at your local Napa store. Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan.
So Centaurus is in all white uniforms with red numbers and blue helmets. I wonder if they're red, white, and blue.
Last week looked like we were playing the Texas Longhorns. This week it looks somewhat like the old New England Patriots uniforms. So McBride with the ball on the tee.
McBride to tee up.
As he approaches, nice kick is going to come down at about the 8-yard line across the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30. And that will be first and 10 from about the 34-yard line.
They're doing a pretty good job on special teams, getting themselves in a good field position.
First and 10.
Maybe a pick six is what we need right here, Coach.
That would work for me.
Should I call down and dial that up?
Would you? Yeah, put that on the plate for him. So now they're going to send two receivers, left, one right. Okay, Ibadi is back there along with Silver. Now they're going to put Silver in motion to the left. It's going to be a pass out here to the flat, to the 35, to the 40. And that will be just short of the first down markers. That will bring up about a 2nd and 1. So they're not.
No, that was like to 18. They tricked us. They put a new guy in there and he caught it because 10 came out off the sideline.
So 2nd and 1.
43.
From the 43. Now they have three receivers right. Ebaldi and Silver in the backfield, one receiver left. Fort Morgan almost jumped. Shotgun formation. Ebaldi, he's talking to Silver. And they do get the snap off, rolls out to the right, the pass, he pulls it down, and he will get the first down, but the ball is dropped. And we'll see if they get back on it.
The referee is saying that already calling first down and moving it. So
Centaurus back on the ball. That will be enough for the first down. As Ebaldi pulled it down and took off running, it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
First carry for Ebaldi. Or Abadi, no L in there.
Abadi. Three receivers right, two left, as they're getting their signal from the sideline. So Abadi in the shotgun formation, 4-man front for the Mustangs. They're going to put man in motion right to left. See if they hit him out there in the flat, and that pass is going to be incomplete and out of bounds.
Credit that to Trey McBride, who was right in his face and jumped, and he had to throw the ball high. Otherwise, Trey was going to snatch it up and run down for a touchdown, and threw out that timing. Only his 3rd incomplete pass out of 8. He's 5 of 8 with a touchdown, and looks like maybe around 100 yards already.
So shotgun formation, two receivers right, two left. Gets the snap back out here into the flat. It's going to be caught. Nice hit, though, by Grayson Garver at the 50. They're going to mark it down into Fort Morgan territory.
Pulled down by Gardner.
That will bring up about a 3rd and 5
Down at 5.
from the Fort Morgan 49. They're doing some quick passes, like you said earlier. Doesn't give the defensive front time enough to get back and sack the quarterback. 2 receivers, righty body, send a man in motion, Mendoza. As he is going to go out and set now on the right side. It looks like Centaurus is going to call a timeout. So we'll take one with him with 9:06 left here in the first half of play. Fort Morgan 14, Centaurus 7 on B106 and B106.com. 3rd and 5 from the Fort Morgan 49-yard line as they send a man in motion to the right. It's going to be a pass out here. He was hit as he threw it. Nice job there by McBride. As he hits the body up when he throws it. McBride acts like he's hurt, though.
For Mendoza, it's called
All right, yeah,
I think he just got a...
right up the middle.
maybe landed on his helmet. He seemed to have stripped his helmet off when that made that hit.
So 4th and 5 after that incomplete pass.
And now are they going to punt to Kimball or are they going to punt out of bounds again? That's the question. Or are they going to run a fake? Maybe they saw how easy it was to run a fake against
So
us.
snap back. Didn't kick it to Kimball. They kicked it over to the right side, and it's going to, it went out about the 3-yard line.
Oh, wow.
So a nice job there by their punter, Nick Gomez.
Nice break for Centaurus.
So Fort Morgan with 8:54 left here in the first half. We'll take possession from about their 3. 1st and 10. Mustangs.
You need to stay in your booth.
8:54 to go as they break their huddle.
So is that the 3 or the 4 now? They're good at the 4.
They're going to say the 4. So a handoff over this left side to Kimball. He breaks it across the 10 out to the 15. So that will be enough for the first down as he gets it just across the 15. So 1st and 10. We'll call it the 15-yard line, just past the 15. So nice run there by Tate Kimball.
Another double-digit run for him. His 14th carry of the night. 2 touchdowns on the night. It'd be nice to see him break one from here and go like 80 yards. I guess it'd be 85.
So a tight formation for the Mustangs. This is what they ran last week. Handoff to Kimball over that left side. Short yardage there as he gets it to the 17.
A little tougher yardage on that one.
So 2nd and 8. From the 17, this was the same formation. Now Kimball is going to come out. So we'll see who we have in the backfield now. Maybe it's George Perea. That's Fort Morgan with the 3-back backfield once again. It's going to be a handoff right over that left side as he hangs onto the ball like he about got it stripped, but I'm trying to see who that was. Is
that O'Connell? 34.
34.
Angel Abreu?
Yep.
Or Abrego?
Abrego.
Pulled down just.
So quick hitter up the middle there as they get it out to the 25.
3rd and about a yard.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
5.
From the 25 is Kimball goes back in as the deep back. It's going to be a handoff to Kimball over that right side. It's Abrego as he breaks it out across the 25. It's not Abrego. That's Perea, excuse me. George Perea with a carry on there on that left side as he gets it out to almost the 40-yard line.
That's a nice little run. 15 yards for Perea.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 Fort Morgan from the 39.
So that kind of tells you what our offensive line is like, Brian, is in that we can just replace backs and they can all do well.
So handoff up the middle and not much there on that play. That will bring up a 2nd and 10 as that was stuffed right at the line.
Is that O'Connell in there?
Yeah. Perea comes out, Kimball back in. 6:26 and counting here, first half, and the Mustangs up 14-7. Three-back formation once again for the Mustangs. Handoff to Kimball over on that right side, breaks it across the 40.
Well, he earned that one.
Kimball over the left side.
Gets it out to almost the 45. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 44.
Pulled out just short of the 45.
So third down.
Third 5.
You know, on the defense they're running, they're putting everybody up in that box. We've got to sneak that tight end or someone up, you know, up the middle and toss to them. Otherwise, they're just going to continue to pack it in like that. And that's the only way they're going to stop us is to have all 11 guys up there.
Yeah. So Dylan McBride, tight end on the right side. It's going to be a play action. Rolls out to his right, looks for McBride. He gets McBride at the 49, the 50, the 45, the 40, and finally brought down to the Centaurus 30-yard line. Nice crossing pattern by McBride. And Knapp rolls out to his right and finds him open, and that will be a 1st and 10 Fort Morgan from the Centaurus 30.
And he doubled the 13. He got 26 on that one. So nice catch there and run. He came all the way across. He lined up as the tight end on the left side and dragged all the way across, and play action set that up.
Handoff to Kimball as he breaks it up the middle, and he pulls away from the tackle, and he is going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. Pete Kimball takes it in from 30 yards out for his 3rd touchdown of the night to put the Mustangs up 20-7 with 5:02 left here in the first half.
And that's what we've been looking for, is Tate to just, you know, wear the defense out and then get into the secondary and do a little dance and get past the last couple guys. And, you know, they didn't have anyone back to try and stop them.
So the PAT by Oakmont. Kick is down, and it is up and good. So that puts the score now at 21-7. Fort Morgan here on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan, where the Mustangs are now up 21-7 on Tate Kimball's 3rd touchdown run, this time from 30 yards out, and the PAT good once again by John Hochnaudel.
And we need to keep getting those extra points, because somewhere down the line that's going to be an important thing for us.
Yeah, it could have been an important, you know, aspect last week of that game when we won by 6.
Right.
So I don't believe they kicked it all last week. I think they tried a 2-point conversion each time. Maybe Hook Model was hurt or something last week. But
Valley's tied it up 7-7 at Valley against Brush for you Beat Digger fans.
Short kickoff here, and it's going to be going to go out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So kind of a weird kick after he'd been kicking all.
So they'll get it out at 35 by rule, and so
good field position for Centaurus, as it will be a 1st and 10
spotted at the 35
from the 35 with 5:02 left here in the first half.
And we'll see what Centaurus says up their sleeve. What seems to work for best for them is just swinging it back out of the backfield to where they have 2 receivers, and hopefully the linebackers at halftime will get coached up on that, about how you need to read that back, and if he leaves the backfield, got to go. So
shotgun formation for Centaurus, a handoff up the middle, and they will get about 5 yards, maybe 6. Let's see where they finally put it down at. It will be out across the 40.
And I missed that play. Sorry, what happened?
It was a handoff up the middle.
To 22?
I believe, yes.
Sasso.
So that will bring up a 2nd and 4 from the 41. So shotgun formation, Ibadi, as they look over to the sideline. 2 receivers right, 1 left, with an H-back to the right. Snap back, looks out here to the right. It's going to be a lob down the sideline, and nice job on defense by Angelo Rivera. But excellent positioning there by Angel to knock that ball away. He was right there.
And he easily could have interfered with him. He had his hand on his chest, but he let that hand collapse in as he got closer to the back. He just was feeling where he was, and he turned and watched the ball, which is a great defensive play there.
So 3rd and 4, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap back, looks out to his right. Going to be wide open out at the 50, the 45, the 40, and going to be brought down in Mustang territory down to about the 33-yard line, but wide open out there on that right side.
Yeah, he faked in and then did the out, and number 9, is that Garber?
Yes.
Bid on the end play, and he was wide open.
So 1st and 10 from the 32 for Centaurus with 4 minutes left here in the first half. Shotgun formation now as Yabadi looks over to the sideline for the play call. 2 receivers left, 1 right. It's going to be a slant to the left. And that is going to be enough for the first down, it looks like. But a quick slant pass.
23-yard line. Rivera on the tackle.
23.
They're going to call it the 22, I guess. They're going to give him a first down, so it's 1st and 10. Centaurus, now they have 2 receivers left, 1 right. H-back on the left side. Pass out here into the left. It's going to be over the head of the intended receiver, but there's a flag in the backfield holding on Centaurus.
Well, that's why we haven't gotten to hold that quarterback yet. But tough choice here. You're going to, I guess, since it's from the spot, you're going to move him back and make him go first and a lot farther.
Yeah, because that's almost, 5 yards back from where the line of scrimmage was. So that will bring up 1st and long from the 36.
So 36.
Going to make it 1st and 23 from the 36.
1st and 23. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers right, 2 left. Man in motion left to right. And the ball is tipped at the came out of the quarterback's hands by Trey McBride. He was right there.
And that's a play where Trey tips that up. It's going to be 6 points Mustangs.
Yep.
So
2nd and 23 for Centaurus.
Depends what part of the country you're from.
That's right.
But being from that part of the country, we always pronounce it Centaurus.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back, looks out here to the right, a quick pass, a quick hitter, and hit at about the 29-yard line by Abrego and Isaac Linker on the stop. So that will bring up a 3rd and 17 from the 29.
6 yards on that throw to number 6, Mendoza.
So 2 receivers right, 1 left.
I'm sure they're in 4th down territory. You know, as the first half wanes, they want to get on the board one more time.
And we'll see who they call that on. It looked like it was movement on Centaurus. So that'll set him back another 5. So that'll bring up 3rd.
Going to move it back to 5.
You know, Fort Morgan playing pretty penalty-free football. They've had a couple holds on offense, but that's about it.
3rd and 21.
Now 3rd and 21 from the 35. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers split wide right, 1 left. The body looks over that right side, and that's going to be, nice job there as Grayson Garber got there just in time to knock the ball away. Nice cover on that on the catch up there.
And they will punt from their 35.
So that will bring up 4th.
4th and 22, a hard bill to fill.
Yeah. Although we saw a 4th and 19 last week go for a touchdown, so anything is possible.
That is true.
4th. Kick is going to go hit about the 10. Look like they're going to corral it down there And it will be about where it was the last time, about the 3-yard line.
First down and 10.
So we'll see what the Mustangs can do with this field position in this little amount of time.
2:34 left here in the first half.
Maybe put Tate out at wide receiver and see if their corners can keep up with them.
So first and 10 from the 3 this time. I think it was from the 4 on the last drive. Tate is in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Kimball over that left side. Cuts it back up the middle. And he's going to get it out across the 10.
The right side drive has crossed the 10 to about the 11.
It's about 2nd and 2.
Post on the tackle, 2nd down and 2.
From the 11. So tight formation once again for the Mustangs. Going to be handoff over that left side. Kimball up to the 20 and out to about the 25, as that will be enough for the first down. So first and 10, Fort Morgan.
And they have not figured out an answer for Tate Kimball.
So that was a run out to the 25. Minute 56 and counting here in the first half. Fort Morgan up 21-7. Handoff to Kimball over the left side. He cuts it back up the middle. Not much there. He'll get a couple maybe out to the 27. So 2nd and 8. Fort Morgan as the Mustangs. I think we're going to hustle up there now. Hochbauer comes out along with Angel Abrego. Looks like they're going to go pass formation here as Knapp rolls out to his right. Going to be a pass downfield and just out of the reach of McBride. Trey McBride down at the Centaurus 36. So that will stop the clock as that will bring up a 3rd and 8 with a minute 16.
Just threw that one with a little bit too much oomph, and that's his first pass that's hit the ground. He's 4 for 5 on the night.
So 3rd and 8 coming up here for Fort Morgan as they try to pick up this first down to keep this drive alive so they don't have to give it back. Knapp rolls out to his right. Going to be a pass. Looked like he hooked him, but that is going to be an incomplete pass. So that will bring up 4th and 8 as they were looking for Dawson Frick at about the 35.
Yeah, I think that ball was just uncatchable, too far outside for him.
So that will put Tate Kimball in the punt formation with a minute and 11 left here first half.
So we shall see what they want to do. Looks like they might try and block it.
Good snap, left-footed punt. Nice punt by Kimball as it lands about the 35 and rolls back to the 37. So the Warriors with 64 seconds to go here, see what they will do with their possession here. And there you are down 14, 21-7. So first and 10, Centaurus from the 36.
64 yards to go, or they have a field goal kicker. It looked like on the extra point that maybe he could make it from maybe as far out as the 15 or maybe the 20. So they'd probably be happy even getting 3.
So one receiver right, 2 left. Ebadi in the shotgun. Pass out here to the right as he will be brought down just short of first down territory at the 45. So it'll be bring up a 2nd and 1 on that completed pass. Down under a minute, down under 45 seconds now. Shotgun formation as he looks out to his right. It's going to be a quick hitter out to the 45 and finally brought down there. So that will stop the clock on the first down.
87 on the catch that time.
First and 10 from the 44. of Fort Morgan. And now we're going to have a timeout taken by Fort Morgan. They don't look like they were quite set up in the proper place there. This Fort Morgan Mustangs timeout is brought to you by Early Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Early Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Early Toyota East.
Well, we have a nice halftime program honoring the veterans and the first responders. And I know about the first 10 minutes they want both teams out there, and then they'll be doing some different activities, and then Morgan High Singers are going to be singing God Bless America, so we can look forward to that.
Cool. Nice tribute to these people that have put their lives on the line and the ones that do every day. So support our troops and our veterans, that's for sure. So it's like a three-man front for the Mustangs. 31.5 seconds left. Two receivers left, one right. Shotgun formation, and now
I don't think they could call it from where he was unless it was procedure.
So that'll bring up a 1st and 15. Somebody must have moved. I didn't see who it was, but the referee and the back judge both threw their flag, so that will bring it back to the 49.
And that's got to just kill you as the coach of Centaurus, to make a mental mistake like that.
So two receivers left, one right. Looks out here into the flat.
And got a hold.
And that is going to be brought down in Fort Morgan territory. So we have a flag at about the Centaurus 49. So we'll see what that.
And here it's all about distance and making them take more time. So I think
it's against Centaurus, says Trey McBride. Yeah, move them back.
Always move them back at this point.
Been another hold. So that's going to bring up a 1st and many. As that will mark it back 10 to about the 39-yard line. And they've got to get down to the 34 of Fort Morgan.
Going to be 1st and 27.
Thank you.
First 27. More importantly, now they've got 61 yards to go to get that touchdown.
So 1st and 27, two receivers right as they put a man in motion. And it's going to be caught at the 40, puts best across the field, and hits and pinballs as he gets down into Fort Morgan territory down to the 41. And I believe Centaurus will take a timeout. But a nice catch and run there. I believe that was number 6.
Number 6.
Andres Mendoza.
Caught a few. And that was a nice 22-yard play.
Brings up a 2nd and 8 from the Fort Morgan 42.
Buy a ticket for that autographed football. Last chance.
Northeast Preps. We've joined forces with Colorado Preps to bring you extensive online coverage of our area teams. One simple website for you to get all the coverage provided not only by our crew but by crews across the state featuring Northeast Colorado's teams. Go to www.northeastpreps.com. Smart Parts. Your family's safety is their main concern, so let the trained professionals install your new windshield. Give them a call at 522-5399.
So here we go. Got 6 seconds left.
6.7, yep.
Even though they got down there and got 19 yards on that, they used up 22 seconds. And so really they have this one play. This is where the defensive line's got to get in and get pressure on them.
So snap back, and the ball is going to be, nice hit out there. It was caught momentarily, and J.P. Hamer knocked the ball loose. So that will bring up a 3rd and 8 with 1.8 seconds left. So nice job there by Hamer.
So this is where, as a defensive coordinator, you think, do I send 6 and risk them throwing a little screen or something and getting down there, or do I just rush 3 and keep a lot of people back?
So now it looks like Centaurus will call another timeout with 1.8 seconds.
Looks like the American Legion Honor Guard is out, going to do a 21 gun salute possibly.
I believe I did see that. They were supposed to do that tonight. So
always love hearing guns and cannons and stuff like that go off, and when it's honoring, like you said, the people who've put their lives on the line and those who've lost it and aren't here with us, we certainly want to celebrate their sacrifice for our country.
So we will see if they try to go deep here or what they want to do. So you got some scores?
Big surprise from Sterling. Sterling's up 14-0 against Platte Valley. You know, Platte Valley, I think, is a better team than that. We'll just have to see how that comes out at the end. I'll see if there's any. And Brush is still 7-7.
So shotgun formation, 3 receivers left, 1 right. With a back next to Ibadi. Snap back. Going to be a pass. Oh, it's going to be, I don't know, it was incomplete. I thought it was going to be intercepted by Hamer. But that is how the first half will come to an end on that incomplete pass. So after the first half, the Mustangs are leading 21-7 on B106 and B106.com. Who we got back? Tate Kimball and J.P. Hamer back at about the 10.
And then you got Perea and number 4, Gerardo Miranda at the 20s. And I'm sure both of those guys are fast and can run.
And be able to hand the ball. And we got Isaac Winker and Adrian Marquez at about the 40, and then the rest of the.
Yep, the front line doesn't look like they're all linemen, so maybe they got some hands guys in there just in case.
So they're ready to get it underway here. Nice kickoff. It's going to bounce at about the 15. Kimmel picks it up 15. The 20 is already a flag at the 30. The flag is, that was a quick penalty there. It's going to be holding. Looks like if I can.
So we'll start at the 20. As good as a touchback.
So holding on Fort Morgan. So it will be first and 10 Mustangs as they score 3 times in their 4 possessions in that first half. We'll see what they do here. Come out in ball control, I would think, like they have been doing. So I formation, receivers left and right. Marquez left and McBride to the right. It's going to be a handoff to Kimball over that right side across the 25 and drags a couple of tacklers as they get out to about the 27. So a nice 7-yard gain. And 3.
Yeah, and that was one where all the motion went to the left and then he cut back. So a little bit of a misdirection and was able to get a decent carries on that and bring up a manageable 2nd and 3.
One thing about Tate, he never doesn't really seem to get hit hard. He's able to sidestep and avoid that real hard hit. So he does get that handoff over that right side, bounces it out around the right side, and there's a flag thrown. So that will probably come back as the flag lands at about the 33. That was a pretty good throw by that ref on that flag.
Yep.
Looks like he's been in mid-form shape on that throw.
Maybe he's a horseshoes champion. Oh, looks like it's against them.
Let's see what their personal foul against Centaurus. So,
all right, we'll take that. So, there's the ball spotted out on the 42. So we'll give them the.
Be a 15 from the 42. So we'll take it down into.
So 15 yards on a carry for Tate.
Yep.
And then we'll go another 15, and maybe they'll play by the rules this next time.
So that will bring it up first and 10 from the 44 of Centaurus. So he saw something from afar because the ref was on this side of the field where he threw it from. So first and 10, I formation. Kimball over that left side. He's going to get it down inside the 40 to about the 36. Maybe the 35. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 1. on that 9-yard run by Kimball.
And so far, second half is the same as the first half. A healthy dose of take Kimball. And, now that we got a second and short, this might be a time to kind of sneak Trey down the field or Marquez.
Maybe even Brother Dylan from the right end position. We'll see, but it's going to be a handoff on that right side. Nice block on the left, on that on the right side as he cuts it down inside the 25, the 20, the 15. And he takes it clear down to about the 10-yard line. Let's see if they... It will be a 1st and 10, Fort Morgan.
Yep, and he gave one of the cornerback a little bit of juke move, and he didn't have any possibility of hitting him. So 1st and goal at the 10.
1st and goal from the 10. 5th play of the drive here. Marquez split wide left, I formation to Kimball as it gets it down inside the 10 to about the 7. Looks like about a 3-yard gain. So 2nd and goal from the 7.
First time they've stopped him for less than 5 yards this half.
21-7, Fort Morgan, as they are 7 yards away from pay dirt on the 6th play of the drive. Marquez left, McBride right. High formation behind Knapp, and it's going to be to Kimball as he is hit and brought down right about the 5-yard line. Another 2-yard gain. So 3rd and goal. Fort Morgan from the 5.
Maybe we'll see a rare field goal by John Hokenottle.
That would be a good time to practice it.
Although if he gets that block, they can run it back and get 6. Might change your thinking on it. Nothing against John.
Lead back in front of Tate. McBride right. Marquez left. It's going to be a keeper by Knapp, and he is going to find. Who did he hit there in the end zone? Was that Dylan McBride, number 47?
It's hard to tell.
Dylan McBride with the touchdown on the pass from Dalen Knapp as he lines up at that right end. So nice job by Dylan McBride.
And that play was made possible by Dalen being able to elude the one rusher that was coming in, and then Dylan was wide open. So
that PAT is no good. So with 8:53 to go, the Fort Morgan Mustangs are now up 27-7 on Centaurus on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel and Kevin Rohde back here at Legion Field. Tristan Reyes running the board for us tonight. Back at the studios as the Mustangs have gone up 27-7 on a 5-yard pass to Dylan McBride. So nice to get him involved in the offense. And his brother Trey will kick off from the 40.
McBride will tee it up. Go ahead, Pete.
So that was an 80-yard drive in 7 plays. Took 3 minutes and 1 second.
2 weeks in a row that we have a second half opening kickoff drive.
So deep kickoff by McBride as it will go into the end zone.
Ball goes into the end zone.
As coaches on the sideline are giving Trey a hand for getting the ball into the end zone. So that will be a 1st and 10 from the 20 for Centaurus with 8:53 to go here, 3rd period. Be their first possession here of the second half. Fort Morgan takes their first possession 80 yards and puts it into the end zone.
All right.
We'll see what they have for an answer as they send a receiver left and one right. Ibadi in the shotgun formation, H back to the right.
Maybe they're going to return to the run and try and make us at least play them honest.
So snap back, looks out here to the left, a quick hitter at about the 25. Abrego has him and lets him go, and now we have a flag in the backfield. That may be roughing the passer.
But you know, you can't get to the passer, finally get a shot. You're going to take one.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate that Fort Morgan's going to.
They do get it out to the 35, but they're going to add another 15 onto that.
So a 15-yard pass. I didn't catch who they passed that to.
Well, number 20 was lined up out here, and that was Serlin.
All right. We'll give it to him.
So that will put the ball out to about mid. They're going to mark it off from the 40, I guess. Not sure where they. Okay, they marked it off from the 35. They're going to set it at the 50-yard line. So.
Well,
big play there. They get 30 yards out of that play with the penalty. So receiver left and right, body shotgun formation. Calls out the signals, looks over the defense. Now they're going to put a man in motion to the left. It's going to be a handoff over that left side. They're going to bust it outside. And there's a flag in the backfield. Looks like there's going to be a hold. Looks like that may be on number 44, Matt Post, as he was holding Dylan McBride. So that will bring that run back. It was a nice run out there, but he was aided by that hold. That was Elijah Silver.
Well, and you just pass and you pass and you pass. The defensive ends aren't even paying attention to the run. They're just crashing inside. So you're going to get the decent run once in a while.
So that'll mark that back to the
39. Yep. So first and 21.
First and 21. For Centaurus after that hold.
30 yards forward, 11 yards back.
Two receivers left, one right as they look over to the coaches for their play. Ebody looks over the defense, looks out to his left, and that ball is going to be they're going to incomplete. He had
nice
it for a
defensive job breaking that play up.
Mendoza makes a catch.
Garver on the Grayson Garver there on the cover. So second and 21 from the 39 after that incomplete pass.
Now they're sneaking Marquez out into that slot to kind of either cover the wheel pass or the quick in by the wide receiver.
Bad snap. Oh, it's picked off by Trey McBride as he's going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow.
That snap went through the hands of Ebody straight up into the air. McBride picks it off and takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
No.
That was a strange play, but we will take it. Puts the Morgan up 33-7.
39 yards on, well, he probably caught it on the 36, so probably 36-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. Or interception, he just caught it in the air. It never hit the ground.
Yeah, I don't know how they rule that on. Anyway, it's a touchdown. Yeah, it'd be a fumble recovery.
Yep. Well, and you can hear the gas escaping from what little bit of motivation Centaurus had left. That's huge.
So the snap down, the kick up, and this time it is good. So 7:55 to go, third period. The Mustangs at 34-7 on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel and Kevin Rohde here at Legion Field as Trey McBride takes it back. We're going to say 36 yards as that snap was back to the quarterback and went right straight up his body into the air, and Trey McBride from his left defensive end just picked that off, and the quarterback made a feeble attempt to try to bring him down, and he broke that, and he was gone into the end zone. So
the way I saw it, it was like he wasn't really expecting the snap was off to the side, and he hit it with his hand, he reached out to try and catch it, and that popped it up. And I don't know where McBride came from because he hasn't been in the backfield, to tackle the quarterback or running back. The one time he breaks through quick, maybe the rest of the line wasn't blocking because the center just snapped it at the wrong time.
Yeah. So kickoff, and that will go into the end zone for McBride.
That kicks in the end zone.
So Centaurus will try it again with 7:55 to go, third period. So Fort Morgan with 2 touchdowns here so far in this third period.
Yeah, Trey was probably thinking that Tate was getting a few too many touchdowns, and he had to compete a little bit. I'm sure there's a friendly rivalry going between those two.
I'm sure. So 3 receivers right, 1 left. As Ibadi, I believe it's Ibadi in the shotgun formation. Looks over to his bench once again. Snap back, looks out to his left out here, and that is an incomplete pass in and out of the hands of Dylan Serlin. So incomplete pass.
He's struggling a little bit. He's had incompletions 4 of the last 5 passes going back to the first half.
So 2 receivers right, 1 left.
They know not to try and throw it very deep. They haven't gone deep but a couple times all game.
So Ibadi in the shotgun formation. I can't see who that is next to him in the backfield.
They don't seem to be in any hurry.
No, the clock has stopped right at the moment, but now we have trying to get the headlights on a car over on the sidelines, and they stopped play for get that car out of get the lights down. So now they will restart the play clock, I would believe, probably at 25 seconds. So snap back and run over this right side and cutting it outside to the 35, the 40, the 45, and hit hard by Grayson Garber. Nice job by Garber to bring down the runner. That's Anthony Lasasso. And he is a little hurt.
Going out, so. But it was a nice run. Boy, he got 30 yards in a hurry. And
got it out to midfield. So 1st and 10. Centaurus, as they now have 3 receivers left, 1 right. Ibadi with the snap looks out to his left. Now he's going to roll out to his right, and he is going to take on Keller. Jimmy Keller. And then Adrian Marquez there with the help, and Isaac Blinker as he will pick up 4 to the 46 of Fort Morgan. So it'll be 2nd and 6.
That time there's good coverage, and he couldn't get anywhere. And Nate Cage was about to close in on him. Nate out for a little breather.
So 2 receivers left, 1 right. H-back set up to the left side and have a movement on the left end. Number 62, Adrian Narano, as that will move him back 5. So that will be 2nd and 11.
And that's got to be the ultimate frustration for a coach because, you get penalties like this. You get a center that snaps a little bit earlier that gives away a touchdown. The Centaurus is a pretty decent football team, but they just have killed themselves and not been able to be consistent.
Yeah. So 2 receivers left, 1 right. As they get the snap back, looks over the middle, and he is going to be taken down in the backfield by McBride, and there's a flag also. I don't know where he came from. He was just there all of a sudden.
He just ran over the offensive lineman, and all he could do was grab a hold of him and try and tackle McBride, and McBride wouldn't have any of that. He just got in there and sacked the quarterback.
So they will decline that penalty as they will take the play as that drops him back to the... Where is that?
3rd and 17.
Okay. That was
the 42?
At the 42. That last one was what, from the 46 then?
49. Because they had a 3-yard run, so that was a 7-yard sack.
So 3rd and 18 from the 42. Snap back, looks over to his left, and he is... Nice job there as number 62 for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, Eric Carrillo, in on Ibadi. Ibadi with a pump fake and then just threw it at the feet of his receiver in the backfield there. So an incomplete pass. So it brings up a 4th and 18 from the 42.
And there goes the ever-dangerous Tate Kemble back to return the punt. He hasn't had a chance tonight. Maybe this time the punter will slip up and give him a chance.
So we'll see blocked at the 35, and falling on is it will be Fort Morgan football at the Centaurus 30-yard line. So I don't know who got in there. J.P. Hamer was there, Dawson Frick, Gerardo Miranda. Looks like maybe Dylan McBride, the way they're beating up on him coming off the field. So might have been Dylan that got the block. You always do something good and everybody wants to beat up on you. So.
That's right. That's football mentality.
Yep.
So Mustangs, great defensive, last two times. Now let's see what the offense does.
So 1st and 10, Fort Morgan from Centaurus 30, receiver right and left. Dalen drops back, is going to heave it down that right sideline to McBride, and he is there for the touchdown. Beautiful play, and Trey McBride takes it in from 30 yards out from Dalen Knapp to put the Mustangs up 40-7 with 6:27 left here in the third period.
Yeah, and
oh man,
that's just playing tendencies. They knew that we were going to come up to the line and throw, and Trey did a wonderful job of going about 10 yards, hooking up, and boy, those two safeties sucked in on that, and he just spun around, and he had 5 yards on him, and perfectly thrown ball right into him at the back of the end zone. Threw that ball about 50 yards right on the spot to him.
So Hokenall with the point after try, and that is up and good. So with 6:27 left in the third period, the Mustangs are now up 41-7 on B106.
And we got a penalty, but I think it's against Centaurus.
Let's see what that is before we go to a break.
Certainly called through the penalty before the snap was even snapped.
So we'll see what they're...
I don't know, it can't be that hard to figure out. They're having quite the conference.
So we'll see unsportsmanlike conduct on Fort Morgan.
How do you do that before you even snap the ball? And that'll be one to ask Coach about later in the week.
The PAT is good, so we'll just leave it here for right now. And so one play, 30 yards to Trey McBride for the touchdown, puts the Mustangs up 41-7.
The only thing I can think of is someone came up to the line and shouted something like, we're kicking your, what?
I don't know what they're...
I don't know, they're talking to Marquez, like maybe he said something, or...
We will...
It won't go down as anything that affects the outcome of the game, that's for sure. It's unfortunate, and I'm sure the coaches will talk about it, because there's always that opportunity that something like that will affect the outcome. And so a coaching opportunity for Coach Edson, the special teams coach, and head coach Chisholm.
That's for sure. Coaches for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, as Kevin said, is Harrison Chisholm in his 10th year. His assistants are Greg Edson, Josh Langford, Jeff Peterson, Jim Krackermeyer, Ty Davis, Chris Cobley, Seth Wolf, and Ty Trahern. McBride now will set it up at the 25-yard line. So we know there is an excellent chance now for a run back. He'll be able to put his foot into it. Nice kickoff as that will land at about the 18-yard line and be picked up at the 15 out to the 20, the 25. And that's about where he is going to get to. They're not even going to mark him at the 25. They're going to mark him at about the 22.
Wow. That's some good coverage there.
So nice job there by the Mustangs. See who was that was down there. Number 31 was Julian Trunton. And our number 51, Javon Manzano. As it will be a 1st and 10 Centaurus with 6:19 to go here, third period. This has been a long quarter.
And Fort Morgan scores again, and it's going to be running clock.
So 1st and 10 from the 23 with 6:19. Fort Morgan up 41-7. One receiver split wide left. Two H-backs to the left. It's going to be a pitch out to the left, going around the right side to the 25. And he will get it out to the 20. Let's see where they finally unpile him at. As it will be at the 27. We'll say the 27, so a gain of 4. So second and
I didn't catch who that was, so I'll just give it to one of their guys.
So now 2 backs in the backfield. We'll see if they send somebody in motion. 1 receiver left to right. There's now a flag.
Another procedure penalty.
Procedure. So mark them back another 5 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Of course, we'll have to strap our hats on tight next week as we travel to Longmont to play the Silver Creek Raptors. I believe that's who they are.
Sounds right.
They're having a great season.
We'll see if they throw a flag. Yep. I thought they might. He looked like he had his arm wrapped around him, and that was Luis Garcia.
He had a good play, but he should have just let go of that left hand and reached around the body without having hold, because he just naturally pulled him a little bit. That was a good call.
That'll be from the original, from the line of scrimmage, which was a 22, so that'll bring it out to the 32.
15 yards on that.
15, okay. So that will bring up a first down from the, that's out to the 36. As they look to get the ball snapped. A pass out here into the flat, and that's going to be on the ground to the intended receiver, Andres Mendoza. Angelo Rivera there on the coverage.
26th passing attempt with 1 sack and 25 throws. 4 incompletes in a row and a sack.
So 2nd and 10 from their own 36. 2 receivers right, 1 left. 2 back formation as they give it off to number 44 up the middle. And he is going to be out across enough for first down territory, and that is Mac Post, 6'1", 230-pound junior.
And you're going to take advantage of Fort Morgan on the run, because we're really not expecting that. You're not going to catch up that many points by running it. Out to the 48.
Yep, 1st and 10. Warriors as they send 3 right and 1 left. It's going to be a pass out here into the flat. And they will get it out into Fort Morgan territory. Nice job on the tackle by Luis Garcia. That will be a gain of 7, I believe. We'll see where they finally mark that down at. Be second and 4 from the 45-yard line of Fort Morgan. So that's been what their bread and butter play has been tonight, is that pass out into the flat. Now another pass out to the flat on the left side. He breaks the tackle out there and finally run out of bounds down at the, let's see where they're going to mark it back here, about the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, Centaurus at the Fort Morgan 35-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left, with Lasasso in the backfield with Ubadi. Now they have the H-back set up to the right. As he looks over the defense, waits for the ball, and there's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he is hit in the backfield by Trey McBride. McBride brings him down with 1 hand. Nice job by McBride to get into the backfield and bring down that runner.
That's 22, and he's feeling a little hurt again. I think he was one that was kind of dinged up the last time he met Trey.
So 2nd and 13 from the 38-yard line. As they await the snap as Ubadi looks over the defense, now looks over to the sideline for the play. Now down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap back. Now that's going to be a backwards pass. There's a flag over right at the nice job by Luis Garcia as he drives.
And that was a lateral, so that's going to be another.
So that was a backwards pass, but we have a hold on, and that's going to be, the hold was what took place at about the 44-yard line, so it'll be 10 yards back from that.
You know, and when you're blocking someone like Trey McBride and then he starts to try and run away and you know that he's going to get out there and cause havoc, you just naturally grab a hold of him and try and keep him in. You're the only guy out there with that official watching you, you know you're going to get caught.
So that drives it clear back to the Centaurus 45.
So that's about second and 20.
10 and 20, about 30.
Oh, yeah, 30. I was looking at the wrong markers.
So second and 30 from the Centaurus 45. They had been down to the Mustang 35-yard line. A screen pass out to the 45. He goes on that left sideline. He's going to pick up about, let's see, about 10 as he's going to get it down to the Fort Morgan 45-yard line this time.
45.
So third and 20.
And then we were selling out. We had about 6 guys about ready to tackle him. Someone should have spied that out right away.
So 2 receivers right, 1 left. H-back set to the right. Ubadi, shotgun formation, going to look out to his right, out into the flat at the 50, the 45. And nice tackle, open field tackle by Isaac Linker for a short gain of 2 down to the 43-yard line. So that will bring up a 4th and 18 for the Centaurus Warriors, as they have no choice but to go for it. Down 41-7 with 2:40 and counting here in the third period.
It was from about this position that Meade was able to throw that one in the corner, but I don't think we're going to give him enough time to do that.
So 2 receivers left, 1 right. He rolls out to his left. Pass out is going to be caught and going to be short of the first down by about a yard. So they got close, but Fort Morgan held tight. So Fort Morgan will take over with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third period, as they lead at 41-7.
We got it all the way down to the 26.
Yep. So
First
first,
needed 18, and they got 16.
pretty much. Fort Morgan with their I formation. McBride to the right. Marquez out to the left, hand off to Tate Kill. He's out to the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, 45, 40. They're not going to catch him as he's going to take it all the way on the one play in for the touchdown. His 4th of the night.
74 yards.
74 yards
Yeah.
over the right side. As that now puts the Mustangs up 47-7 as we now have a running clock here in the third period. But he got free on that right sideline and he was not going to be caught. So now John Hochbauer with the point after try.
Wow. That's a signature run there.
Okay, now we'll attempt the point.
Tate Kimball with the touchdown run of 74 yards.
I have an idea who's going to get player of the game here, Coach.
So snap back, kick is up, and it is good.
Much
so
more consistent
a
there.
minute 30 left here and counting as the Mustangs are up 48-7 on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel and Kevin Rohde back here at Legion Field as the Fort Morgan Mustangs have got the 41-point lead on Centaurus, as that will get the clock running here after been a long third period anyway, with Fort Morgan putting touchdown after touchdown here on the board.
And Abadi's done a pretty good job of overcoming all the mistakes of his linemen and receivers and such, but he doesn't have a team across the way that has to make up for mistakes either. Fort Morgan's really played pretty mistake-free football.
Yep. So nice deep kickoff once again by McBride as it will go into the end zone once again. So 1st and 10 Meade. I'm a game behind. 1st and 10 Centaurus, as that will bring this third period to an end with the Mustangs up 48-7 over Centaurus on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan, the Mustangs up 48-7. Kevin, do you have a couple updates on some scores there?
Yeah, Rush at Valley is down 21-14 in the fourth quarter, and up at Sterling still leading Platte Valley 14-7. And I'll switch over to the 3A here in a second.
So shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 1 left, 2 back formation as Fort Morgan runs Hamer on late. And it's going to be a nice catch out about the 45-yard line. And that is to Andres Mendoza. A nice pass by Ubaldi. So that will be a 1st and 10 out at the 49-yard line.
So 29 on that.
Yep. Shotgun formation, snap back, looks out to his right. You have a flag down about the 49.
Oh.
As
And Hamer whiffed again. He's going to get a lot of drilling this week, I think, on how to do open field catches, but probably another hold.
So that pass was complete and taken down to the Morgan 45, but we will see what the penalty is as we wait for the personal foul on Fort Morgan. So that will add another 15 after the, what was that, a 6-yard run?
About 5, yeah. I didn't see who ran that, but I'll give it to someone.
So 1st and 10 Centaurus from the, about the 30-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 30. Centaurus will have a first down at 10.
So 2 receivers left, 2 right. As Ubaldi winds it up down that far sideline, but nice defensive job there by George Perea.
Yes, that was a dandy.
As he was right there step for step with that receiver out there. I can't see who that is. But that will bring up a 2nd and
20, I think. Serlin.
Yep. So 2 receivers left, 2 right. Ubaldi shotgun formation as the clock runs. Snap back, looks out to his right, and that is going to be an incomplete pass right in and out of the hands of Serlin. So his receiver is not doing their job. He's getting it right on them, and they're dropping it. I think they may be hearing footsteps. So
yeah, that one was right there.
That will bring up a 3rd and 10 from the 30 after 2 incomplete passes. Same formation, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Looks over to his left. It's going to be lobbed down that left sideline and wide open at the 5 and into the end zone is going to be Elijah Silver for the touchdown. With 9:13 left in the 4th period, but the clock does run. So Silver with the touchdown.
And Abadi will be padding his numbers as he gets his 2nd touchdown, and he's thrown for a bunch of yards.
So it looks like they're going to go for 2. As they line up 1 receiver right and left. And was that Silver in the backfield with him? It's going to be a pass over on the left side, and nice defensive job out there by Grayson Carver to break that play up. So at the 8:32 mark, the Mustangs are now up 48-13 on Centaurus here on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel and Kevin Rode here at Legion Field. Tristan Reyes running the board for us back at the studios. As the clock runs here with 7:40 and counting here with the Mustangs up 48-13. After the Raptors go 80 yards on that 30-yard final play was a 30-yard pass to Silver.
And I think the defense would like Fort Morgan to just have 3 yards in a cloud of dust and use up the rest of the game instead of having Tate score on one more.
So we'll see if they do the onside kick, and it'll be kind of a pooch kick as it lands about the 25. It's going to be taken about the 22 by George Perea as he has finally tripped up and goes down at the 34 or 35. See where they finally mark him down at. We're going to call it the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 35, Fort Morgan.
And that George Perea is a shifty runner, and he's always exciting when he gets the ball because you don't know whether he's going to, break it or not.
Well, let's see who we got going in at quarterback. Alex Ortega in at quarterback for the Mustangs. George Perea in also in the backfield, along with Julian Tronston. Running some, we're going to call it a timeout here as they try to get some guys set up. They didn't have the proper, they were trying to get their JV group in there, I think, and just weren't getting everybody set up. So this Fort Morgan Mustangs timeout is brought to you by Early Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Early Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Early Toyota East.
And the final down in Durango, Pueblo East comes back to win 24-20. Here, of course, Fort Morgan 48-13. Other games of note: former opponent Falcon wins easily 42-8 over Mitchell. Holy Family, former opponent, wins easily 49-8 over Frederick in both of their opening ones. Lutheran beating Alameda 21-0, and Evergreen 26-7 over Skyview.
So Fort Morgan 1st and 10 from their own 35. Has his handoff over that left side to Perea, I believe, out across the 35. He will get a couple, maybe 3 out to the 38. So we will give it a gain of 3. So 2nd and 7. Just under 6 minutes left here in the game.
The C game, I think, was canceled on Thursday. They had that on the flyer that went out. Those the JVs will be playing them on Monday.
So receivers left and right. Connor Fajardo out here on the receiver to the right. As Ortega with the snap and the quick handoff right up the middle. But the ball is loose. But recovered by Fort Morgan out about the 41. I don't think they knew it was out. But
that's pretty quick thinking by 67 there. Ryan Eggleston.
Yep.
But they're not going to give him any of the yardages. They're putting it back down.
Mark it at the 40, so it would be a gain of 2. So 3rd and 5.
So was that 34 Angel Abrego on that? He comes out pulling his helmet off, maybe. Yep. We'll give it to him.
So out to the 40. After a gain of 2. So some time here to get the starters some rest here. As we know, it will be probably a dogfight at Silver Creek next week. Both teams will come in at 6-0 and 1-0 in conference play. So 3rd and 5 from the 40 for the Mustangs, with Alex Ortega, a sophomore, under center. Going to be a handoff right up the middle once again. And let's see where he ends up at about the 41, maybe the 42. Gain another gain of 2 out to the 42. So 4th and 3 from the.
And that was Abrego, you said?
Yeah. See who is George Perea in there, and 34. Angel Abrego is Fort Morgan
Do they have that marker wrong? Is
I
it third
thought it
down or
was-
fourth down?
They have third down, but where did I lose it at?
I don't think you did. I think
I thought
Missouri, CU's playing Missouri again.
I thought it was fourth down. I'm not sure where I missed it at, but a flag is being thrown in there. So they're saying that was third down. So I don't know what.
We got a hold against Fort Morgan. I doubt they'll call that.
I had it 1st and 10 at the 35, and then a 3-yard run, so that made it 2nd and 7 at the 38.
Yeah, it was definitely fourth down, and
Now they're saying it's fourth down, so.
Fourth down.
4th and 4 again
Okay.
at the 41. Yeah, the refs missed that somewhere where the one fell down, the guy fell down, and maybe the lineman ran with the ball that got him confused or something because they never changed it.
So it looks like Pete Kimball in to punt. As we're down to 2:50 left here in the game, the Mustangs have 48-13. As he awaits the snap, puts that left foot into it, nice high punt. As it hits at the 30-yard line. Now we have a flag back behind the play about the 42. I don't know if that's on number 18. He acted for Centaurus. I don't know. We'll see what it is.
I wonder if that would bring the ball back and give us the ball. They
Looks like
are
it's gonna-
moving it back.
Looks like it's going to be against Fort Morgan. Personal foul on Fort Morgan from about the 44-yard line. So this is something the coaches won't be happy with.
5-yard face mask. Sure looked different to me. It looked like the other guy was, Fort Morgan kid was trying to get away, and the Centaurus kid was chasing after him, pushing and shoving him.
So it looks like they will add it on to the end of the punt. So it will be 1st and 10 Centaurus.
And as the clock runs, the game gets more and more bizarre.
With a minute 41 left.
Looks like they have their starter still in. Or no, they've got number 7 now at
So
quarterback.
they declined it, I guess I don't understand. They didn't
Anthony
They
Montoya.
didn't run a penalty. They didn't mark any penalty yards off, so I'm not sure what's going on. So 1st and 10 from the 27. And hit hard out there. Really, they're going to call timeout, huh? With a minute and 10 left. Apparently they want to
With their second team quarterback in. Don't get that. But
So 2nd and 10. After that run. So we will be on the road with the team next week as they take on the Silver Creek Raptors. Second game of the Northern Conference.
one schedule you said had it being at
Silver Creek.
but I don't think they have a stadium there.
So we will just keep an eye on the paper, and maybe John Beltran will also have it on his sports report on B106 as well. So find out just exactly where the game is going to be. We probably think it would be at Everly Montgomery Field in Longmont. So 2nd and 10 from the 27. Snap back as he rolls out to his left. Deep pass down the field. And that's going to be caught in Fort Morgan territory at the 45. And that is taken in by number 80, Josh McGray. So that will be a 1st and 10
33-yard throw.
from the Fort Morgan 40. With 43 seconds left here in the contest. Shotgun formation as he rolls out to his right. It's going to be a pass out into the flat. And he will be dropped for a loss back to the 40. I'm not going to call another timeout. Unbelievable.
Well, I guess if you want your kids to have a chance to have good stats,
So it's going to be a loss of 3. Back to the 43. 2nd and 13 from the Fort Morgan 43.
So that's got to be close to their last time out. I think maybe they have one more.
29.2 seconds left here in the game as the Mustangs have racked up 48 points here tonight against Centaurus. So a good way to start off the Northern Conference.
Right.
Play 1-0. The record now stands at 6-0 overall, 1-0 in Northern Conference play. So somebody will have their first loss of the year next week as we go to Silver Creek, and they are also 6-0.
Right. We go to Silver Creek. Centaurus goes or has Longmont at home. That'll be another tough game for them. Longmont, a quality program.
So a deep pass down the left sideline. Oh, caught at the 10 and taken into the. Oh, I believe it was fumbled. If they fall on it, it will be a touchback. Nice job by Grayson Garver as he knocked the ball out of the guy's hand right at about the 1 yard line. And that's the way this game will come to an end, as it was caught at about the 10, and the kid kind of gave up there. He thought he was in the end zone for the touchdown. Grayson Garver hit it from behind, knocked it to the ground, and that's how this game comes to an end on a touchback for the Fort Morgan Mustangs as they win this 48-13. We'll be back in 3 minutes with the postgame show on B106 and B106.com. The Fort Morgan Mustangs postgame show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, here to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals. We're also broadcasting right now on Facebook Live as we do this post-game wrap-up. The score at halftime was Fort Morgan 21, Centaurus 7. That was on 3 touchdowns by Tate Kimball. In the second half, it will let you know the final score did end up to be 48-13. It was 21-7 at half. Fort Morgan gets the opening kickoff. They go 80 yards in 7 plays, take 3 minutes and 1 second off the clock, and hit Dylan McBride with a 5-yard touchdown pass. The PAT was no good. Centaurus then gets the ball back. On their third play of that possession, the ball is fumbled by the quarterback straight up into the air. Trey McBride grabs it and takes it 39, well, we're going to say 36 yards for the touchdown. The PAT good at that time. Puts the Fort Morgan Mustangs up 34-7. The Centaurus, on their next possession, they have the punt blocked and recovered by the Mustangs. It was 4th down anyway. But on the first play, they hit Trey McBride into the end zone for a 30-yard pass. PAT good. Puts the Mustangs up 41-7 with 6:27 to go in the third period. Centaurus gets their next possession. They go 10 plays, but have to turn it over on downs. And the first play from scrimmage after the punt, Tate Kimball takes it 74 yards to put the, then the PAT was good, and that brought the score to 48-7. At that time, started the running clock for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Centaurus then gets their next possession, 8 plays, 80 yards in 5 plays to Silver. The PAT was no good as they went for 2, made the score 48-13, and that's where the final came to. Tate Kimball with 4 touchdowns, Dylan McBride with 1, Trey McBride with 2 touchdowns, and one of those was on the defensive side of the ball. So I think Kevin has some numbers for us for the game.
Absolutely, Brian, and what a great game offensively for the Mustangs. I don't have the stats for Centaurus. I didn't bring my abacus to be able to add up all those passing yards, but they threw for a bunch. They had a pretty good passing game, and certainly looked to me better than Holy Families, but maybe that's because, of whatever. Anyway, looking at the stats for Fort Morgan, on the night, Dalen Knapp gets 6 completions on 7 tries, 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nice night for him. Tate Kimball running the ball 26 times for 209 yards. That's about where his average has been, a little over 200. Has 4 touchdowns on the night. Very nice night by Tate Kimball. Also, We have Hokanadel running 4 times for 19 yards. George Perea running twice for 18 yards. And Abrego 3 times for 9 yards. Receiving, we had Trey McBride, as you mentioned, the 1 touchdown. That came on one of his 4 completions for a total of 82 yards. Also, Dylan McBride catches 1 for 5 yards for a touchdown and gets in the record book. And then Adrian Marquez has 1 catch for 22 yards. So a good statistical spread out. Mustangs end up with 109 yards passing and 255 yards rushing the ball for a total offense of 364 yards. So they dominated on offense for sure, and defensively they played well. I don't know whether they even got a sack. I think they might have gotten 1 sack, but certainly got an awful lot of penalties called against them because they were close and hurried them. And down the stretch, they had to go with a different quarterback. I don't know if that was because the body was hurt or they didn't have any other JV kids in. That was just the only change was that quarterback. Yeah. Right.
So as we look on further down the road here, the Fort Morgan will be going to Silver Creek. As we said, they will be at Silver Creek or at Everly Montgomery Field anyway. They'll be in Longmont anyway next Friday night at 7 p.m., and we will be there with them to bring you the action, as they will be going against Silver Creek, as we said, is 6-0, and they're also 1-0 in Northern League play. So something's going to have to give next week, that's for sure, as they're both undefeated going into the contest. So, but a nice job by the Mustangs. We will get a Fort Morgan player of the game, and as that is brought to you by Transwest Chevrolet Buick, serving Northeast Colorado and now located in Fort Morgan and Sterling. Stop by and take a test drive. They have a great selection of new and used vehicles, or browse our website, transwestchevroletbuick.com. And without a doubt, our player tonight will be Tate Kimball, as with his 4 touchdowns. Excellent night for Tate, as he was the featured back tonight, as Austin Breidenbach was held. He was suited up, but did not play much with trying to rest that foot. They'll probably try to get him back into more action next Friday night against Silver Creek.
Absolutely.
So I guess we will bring this to an end, as the Fort Morgan Mustangs are victorious here tonight, 48-13. Our producer and engineer of Fort Morgan Mustangs football is Tristan Reyes. Our engineer for replay is Julie Garcia. Once again, the final score for Kevin Rhodey. This is Brian Nickel. Final score 48-13 Fort Morgan. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs football on B106 and B106.com. Good night, everybody.